Learn English through stories of 34 PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents 1. The Jungle Book, Part 2, Chapters 5 to 8. They. End. 2. Story of Adjectives 3 Dialogues. 4. Picture Dictionary page. 1. The Jungle Book. Chapter 5. There was a village close to the animals' jungle home. One day, when Mowgli was 11 years old, Bagheera showed Mowgli the village. "You mustn't go there. People kill animals and they eat them." And Mowgli. "Yes," said Mowgli. "Shere Khan is going to kill you one day." "No, he won't. I have the pack and I have you," Mowgli answered. "And Baloo will fight Shere Khan for me. You'll all help me. I'm not afraid." "Yes, but the young wolves in the pack don't like you," Bagheera told him. "Why not?" Mowgli asked. "Because you're a man," Bagheera answered sadly. "You're cleverer than them. Shere Khan will come, and the young wolves will help him." Now Mowgli was worried. "I didn't know that." Bagheera thought, and then he said, "I have an idea. Go quickly to the people's village and take some of the red flour. It will help you more than Baloo or me." The red flour was fire. The animals in the jungle called it the red flour, and they were very afraid of it. "Good idea, Bagheera," said Mowgli. "I'll go and get some tonight." At night, Mowgli went to the village in the jungle. He walked to a little house and he looked in the window. There was a fire inside, and he watched it. In the morning, a little boy took some of the fire on a branch and he walked outside with it. Mowgli thought, "That little boy can carry fire. I can do it too." Mowgli went to the boy and he took the fire from his hand. The boy was very afraid of him, and he didn't do anything. He just looked at Mowgli with big eyes. Mowgli went back to his cave with the fire. All day, he watched it and he gave it more branches. "I need food, and the fire needs food too," Mowgli thought. That evening, a wolf came to the cave and he said to Mowgli, "You must come to the big hill. The wolf pack is meeting there and they want to see you." Chapter 6. Mowgli went to the hill. Akela, the leader of the wolf pack, was there, but his face was sad. "Is there a problem, Akela? Why are you sad?" Mowgli asked him. "Shere Khan is here tonight, and he wants a new leader," Akela told him. Mowgli looked up, and he saw the tiger. "That's right," Shere Khan shouted. "Akela is too old." Lots of young wolves said, "Yes, he is." Mowgli sat, and he listened. He had the fire with him. Bagheera said angrily to Shere Khan, "You're a tiger, not a wolf. You can't choose the new leader of the wolf pack." Mowgli jumped up. "Bagheera's right. Why is Shere Khan here?" Akela was very old and very tired, but he lifted his head. "Listen, wolf pack, do you want a new leader? Then you must kill me first. I'm not afraid. Come and fight me now." But no wolf wanted to fight Akela. "Ha!" shouted Shere Khan. "You don't want to kill Akela, I see, but I want to kill Mowgli. Give him to me. He was my dinner when he was a little boy, but I never ate him. Now I will. He's a man, and we don't want him here." The young wolves all shouted, "That's right. We don't want a man in the jungle. Why is there a man in the wolf pack? Kill him." Akela lifted his head again. He's our brother. He lives with us and he hunts with us. Don't kill him. Mowgli is always good to us, Bagheera said. Why do you want to kill him? But the young wolves liked Shere Khan, and they didn't like Mowgli. They said, he's a man-killer. Bagheera looked at Mowgli, and he said, we will have to fight them. Mowgli took the fire branch in his hands. He was really angry, and he shouted, listen, you said many times tonight, you're a man, and you're right. You're not my brothers, I'm not a wolf, and I have man's fire in my hands. He threw the fire down, and all the animals were very afraid. Then he took the fire branch in his hands again, and he lifted it above his head. You're afraid, I see good. I don't want to stay here with you. The jungle is close to me now. I'm going to live with the people in the village. He walked to Shere Khan, and he hit him on the head with the fire branch. Leave the hill now, tiger. Shere Khan looked at Mowgli, very afraid. And, wolves, don't kill Akela, do you hear? I want him to live. Mowgli walked to the young wolves with the fire, and they ran into the jungle. Only Mowgli, Akela, and Bagheera were on the hill now. I'm so sad, Mowgli said. Why? Asked Bagheera. I don't want to leave the jungle. You were right, the jungle is close to you. You must go to your people, answered the panther. But first, I must say goodbye to my mother. And Mowgli went to his family's cave. He found Mother Wolf and the 4 cubs there. Don't forget me, he said sadly. Of course not, we'll never forget you, the wolf said. Come back and see us, said Father Wolf. We love you, my son, said Mother Wolf. I'll visit you, answered Mowgli. And one day I'll kill Shere Khan and I'll put his skin on the big hill. Don't forget me, the new day is beginning. I have to go now. Mowgli left his wolf family in the cave, and he went down the hill. Chapter 7. Mowgli went into the village. He was hungry, but he thought, I can't speak to these people. I don't know their language. He found a boar. He showed the boy his mouth and said, Do you have food? But the boy didn't understand him, and he was afraid. He looked at Mowgli with big eyes, and he ran to his father. The man came to Mowgli, and he looked at him. He said to his son, Don't be afraid. He's only a wolf child. He lived in the jungle with wolves, and now he wants to live with people. A woman came to the group, and she said, I like this boy. His eyes are like red fire. Then she looked at him again, and she said, Misua, this is your boy, I think. He was little, and a tiger took him, but he's back now. Come and see. Mesua was the woman's friend. Many years before, Mesua's little boy left the village, and they never saw him again. Now she looked at Mowgli. No, that's not my boy. The man said to Mesua, Take him to your house, your friend is right. This is your boy. All right, said Mesua. She took Mowgli to her small house, and she gave him some milk and bread. Then she put her hand on his head, and she looked into his eyes. Are you my son? His name was Nathu, she asked quietly. But Mowgli didn't understand her. Then Mesua said happily, Yes, you're my son, and you will stay here. You'll live with us in our house. I have to learn their language, thought Mowgli. He showed Mesua something, and she said the word for it. And before the evening, he learnt many words for things in the house. It was Mowgli's first time in a house, and he didn't like it. That night, he didn't want to sleep inside. Mesua's husband said, It's okay, He can sleep outside. Wolf children don't sleep in beds. Mowgli slept on some nice, clean grass and he was happy. For 3 months, Mowgli did not leave the village. He had to learn a lot. He learned about clothes, about money, and about working on a farm. One night, the men from the village met. Buldeo, the village hunter, told them all about Messua's son. A tiger took him into the jungle, he said. He was a big tiger and people were afraid of him. Mowgli was there too. He jumped up and he said, "Ha, why are you afraid of the tiger? I'm not afraid of him." The adults are talking. Stop talking, child. Buldeo said angrily. You're not afraid of the tiger, you say, then kill him. The village leader spoke now. I don't want to listen to you, boy. You do nothing all day. You don't work. He thought for a minute. Then he said, that has to change. From tomorrow, you must work with the farm animals. Every morning, you will take the buffaloes, the cows and the bulls, and you will find food for them. Then, every evening, you will bring the animals back to the village. Do you understand? Yes, Mowgli said. And he did it. Chapter 8. One day, Mowgli saw Gray Brother, the oldest of his 4 wolf brothers. What are you doing? He asked Mowgli. I'm working with the buffaloes, the cows and the bulls. I have to do it every day, the village leader told me, Mowgli answered. Then he asked, do you know anything about Shere Khan? He's back in this part of the jungle, and he wants to kill you, said Gray Brother. He's going to be outside the village tonight. He's going to wait for you there. He told the birds that, and the birds told me. But Mowgli wasn't worried. He slept happily, and the buffaloes ate grass. In the early evening, Mowgli woke up. He heard a noise and he looked up. It was Akela. Akela, I'm really happy to see you. Shere Khan wants to kill you, and I want to help you, he told Mowgli. Gray Brother was there too. Mowgli and the 2 wolves started walking to the village with the animals. Then Mowgli said, Look, I see Shere Khan at the bottom of the hill. He's waiting for me near the village. Please help me run at the buffaloes and bulls and make a lot of noise. They're afraid of you and they will run down the hill. Akela and Gray Brother ran at the buffaloes and bulls. The animals shouted, Run, the wolves want to eat us. They ran down the hill very fast, and Shere Khan was at the bottom. Arg! Shere Khan shouted. The buffaloes and bulls didn't stop running because they were afraid. Their bodies hit Shere Khan, and the tiger died. Mowgli went down the hill, and he took the skin from the tiger's body with a knife. What are you doing, and where are our farm animals? It was Buldeo, and he was angry with Mowgli. I want the tiger's skin. I'm the village hunter, not you. No, you can't have it, shouted Mowgli. The tiger wanted to kill me, but I killed him. This skin is for me. Mowgli looked up. Akela was close to him, and Mowgli said to him, Akela, this man is making me angry. Please do something. Akela hit Buldeo with his foot, and Buldeo fell down. The hunter was afraid of the wolf, and he stayed there. After a few minutes, he said to Mowgli, Please, can I get up now, or will your wolf hit me again? You can go now, answered Mowgli. And to Akela, Mowgli said, It's okay now, don't hit him again. Buldeo walked back to the village, and he thought, why did that wolf listen to Mowgli? Can he talk to animals? How is that possible? Mowgli's a bad person, I think, and where did he take our farm animals? Later that evening, Mowgli went back to the village. Most of the people were outside the village, and they all looked at him. Mowgli thought, they're happy because I killed Shere Khan. They were afraid of that tiger. But then he looked again. Their faces were angry, and they started throwing things at him. Leave the village, they shouted at Mowgli. We don't want you here. You can talk to wolves, and you took our farm animals from us. No, I didn't, Mowgli shouted. They're coming home. Mowgli saw the animals in the jungle, and he showed the people. Look, your animals are walking back to the village. But the village people didn't listen because they were angry. Then Mowgli saw Mesua. Leave this place, my son, she shouted to her. You can't stay, they'll kill you. Mowgli left with Akela and Gray Brother. They went to Mowgli's old home, the cave. He said to his wolf mother, the village people don't want me, mother, but look, I have Shere Khan's skin. Mother Wolf looked at it, and she said, well done, my cub. Mowgli took the skin to the big hill. There, he saw Bagheera again, and all the other wolves came too. He showed them the skin. Look, I killed Shere Khan, he told them. You're the leader of the jungle, said all the wolves. The young wolves were happy too. All the jungle animals were afraid of Shere Khan, but you killed him. You'll be a good and clever leader. We can see that now. Mowgli and his wolf family lived happily together in the jungle for many years. When Mowgli was 17 years old, his wolf parents died and Akela died too. Mowgli was very sad. Bagheera, Baloo, and Kaa came to see him. They were very old now. Mowgli said to them, I don't feel good. I can't sleep and I don't want to eat. Why is that? He sat down and he put his face in his hands. Baloo, what do you think? Bagheera asked. Mowgli's a man, Baloo answered. He can't live all his life with animals. Mowgli said sadly, don't you want me in the jungle? Of course we want you here, and you're the leader of the jungle. All the animals know it, said Bagheera. But you're a man, and you have to go back to your people. Your wolf parents are dead. Akela is dead, and Baloo and I are very old. I don't want to go, Mowgli said. But I have to, you're right, I know. Bagheera put his foot on Mowgli's arm. Goodbye, leader of the jungle, remember? I loved you very much. Goodbye, Mowgli, said Baloo. I loved you very much too, go now. I'll go to Mesua, said Mowgli. She's in a new village because the old village didn't want her. Mowgli said goodbye, and he started walking. Bagheera, Baloo, and Kaa all watched him, and Gray Brother watched him as well from the hill. He left the jungle and his friends were all very sad. But Mowgli had a good, long life in the new village. The end. 2 adjectives. Some adjectives end in Y. A dirty street. I hate your street. It's always dirty. You live on a dirty street. A noisy office. The office I work in is very noisy. I work in a noisy office. And greasy plate. You don't clean your plate properly. It's always greasy. You live with a greasy plate. A sleepy passenger. On the train I came last night, there was a sleepy passenger. He kept nodding. A sunny day. When we reached our holiday destination, it was a sunny day. The next day, it was a rainy day, and a day after that, it was a stormy day. Some adjectives end in "ive." An active child. Mina's daughter is very active. She is an active child. An attractive hat. Banto looked very smart yesterday. She was wearing an attractive hat. An expensive toy. Dalt Ram is a rich man. He is always buying expensive toys for her daughter. Some adjectives end in ing. A caring nurse. Mona is a caring nurse. She looks after her patients very well. An interesting book. My mum is a bookworm. Anyway, she is reading an interesting book at present. Loving parents. Seema was crying yesterday. She was saying, I wish I had loving parents. Matching clothes. Banta is always wearing matching clothes. A smiling face. I cannot forget Rita's smiling face. 3 dialogues. Fix the doorbell. A. Did you call the landlord? B. Yes. He said he'd come over tomorrow. A. Did he say what time? B. Yes. He said he'd be here at 9 o'clock. A. Did he understand what the problem is? B. Yes. I told him our doorbell doesn't work. A. It shouldn't take him long to fix it. He is bringing an electrician with him. B. I don't even know why we need to fix it. A. In case we have visitors. B. But they can just knock on the door. A. Actually, I want him to look at our carpet too. B. Yes, it would be nice if he'd give us a new carpet. A. You live in dream world. He is very stingy. He doesn't like to spend a penny on the house. B. Well, we can try. I will make him a nice cup of tea and give him some ginger biscuits. 4. Picture dictionary page.